via the chariots to watch and give account for them. So everything's accounted for with the Most High, man, you know?
Yeah.
And that's why it talks about Esau going into his new world order. He's basically trying to be the Most High, have that capability to account for everything, you know? That's why it's going to that RFID microchip technology, you know?
Right. And that's into Isaiah 14, he wants to be a God. But no, I had a precept.
Yeah. This is the 2nd Ezra chapter 16, verse 60. It says, in the desert hath he made springs of water and pools upon the tops of the mountains, that the floods might pour down from the high rocks to water the earth. He made man and put his heart in the midst of the body, and gave him breath, life, and understanding. Yet, in the spirit of Almighty YAHAWAH, which made all things, and searcheth out all hidden things and the secrets of the earth, surely he knoweth your inventions, and what ye think in your hearts.
Right. And that's what's happening.
That sin,
yep.
and would hide their sin. Therefore hath the Lord exactly searched out all your works.
Exactly searched out.
Wow.
That's happening to Esau right now. That's happening to you heathens. That's happening to 2/3 of our people. That's happening to you guys in Israel who have ill intent, who are here for vainglory. Everybody's being searched out for who they are, man.
Exactly.
And the final judgment, whether you're written in the book of life or not, is going to be determined by those angels, man. Because they know and they're looking down and they can see who was chosen from the foundation of the earth, or who are those spirits that they should protect, or who are those spirits they should give over to destruction.
Right.
They're working on the minds of these martial law troops to go exactly where your ass is at and torture your ass, man. That's what's being set up on the planet Earth. A big ball of judgment, a big, huge judgment is being ready to come to the planet Earth, man. Orchestrated by the Lord's angels, man. Now, let's get Genesis 11, and then we'll get Genesis 18.
Can I finish this?
Come on.
Okay, this is verse 64. It says, therefore hath the Lord exactly searched out all your works, and he will put you all to shame. And when your sins are brought forth, ye shall be ashamed before men, and your own sin shall be accusers in that day. So that kills that whole going up in the sky and meeting St. Peter. It says ye shall be ashamed before men, you know. And so, you know, just like we were saying, things are played out on earth, and it's orchestrated all by the Heavenly Father and the angels, making things pop off. They know all of our works and our thoughts.
That's
and
right.
It says, your own sin shall be your accuser in that day. What will ye do? Or how will ye hide your sins from before God and his angels?
Yes.
Man, that's a grand slam.
That's it. That's it.
So it's predatory. Yeah, get around that.
That was a banger right there.
And with that,
Psalms.
Indeed, yeah.
What was that?
That was 2nd Ezra 16.
16, yeah.
yeah, that's a big one. Brother GMS Shabbat, I had put that on the comment board.
Yes.
That's the scripture.
Shout out.
Thank you.
Shalom, Maki.
Yeah, go ahead.
Psalms 68:17. The chariots of the Most High are 20,000, even thousands of angels. If you go into that word angel, it's 7393. Rakab, meaning a vehicle or riders,
Makarab, yep.
or cavalry's troops, right? So it says, the Lord is among them in Sinai in the holy placement, and they are among us constantly, like the brothers are saying. It's an account where Elisha, I think the 6th chapter, 2nd Kings, where he was with that young servant, and he said, pray thee to open his eyes and see all the chariots and so on. Yeah, so we're gonna be coming into that time too, where we seeing more and more. Like I was saying, if you go to Missouri, you see them like stars in the sky, because they got a lot of military up there in Missouri, like the stealth bombers are there.
Right.
You got those nuclear plants there. So
the underground bunkers.
Yeah.
'Cause I know one of the brothers was working at one of the sites where.
So chariots are in Missouri. They just be like, you see them in the sky just moving around, blinking.
Working on the minds of the people to use those weapons.
Yep.
It's for to go down, man.
Yeah,
It's about to happen.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
But you say Calvary, right?
Yeah.
This is Revelation 19 and 14. I started 13. It said he was clothed with a vesture dipped in blood, and his name is called the Word of the Most High. Talking about Yahushua, yep. And armies which were in heaven followed him upon white horses, clothed in fine linen, white and clean.
That's the chariots. Pure.
Yep.
Pure energy.
That's gonna be the strangest of our salvation to these people.
Yeah. Those tractor beams and all that. That's why in Star Trek they used to make mockery, or they make mockery talking about beam me up Scotty. And you know the root word Scotty means beam me up Blackie. You know? Yeah. Yeah. So, you gotta remember.
Beam me up, darky.
Yeah,
Oh,
so you know they gotta remember they knew the history of the account. They look when YAHAWAH, Acts 1 and 9, it said while he was there for speaking to the apostles or the disciples, it said the cloud came over and just snatched them up. YAHAWAH didn't even get a chance to say bye. The Lord just snatched them, pulled them right up. So they know those certain accounts. They know the account with Elijah. They know about the account of us coming out of coming out of Egypt. And the angels were fighting for us. The Lord was fighting, had throwing stones at the heathen.
Right.
You know, they know all these things.
That's why they invest in $300 billion in military space defense.
That's right.
They say even if it don't work, put it up there any damn way. Because they're what they're preparing to do is fight. All right, the second coming of YAHAWAH, man. And we can get that in Revelation 12 as well. But I want to get this in Genesis 11.
Oh, yeah.
And Genesis 18 real quick so we can correlate it into how the angels are visiting this place now. All right, and then we can get Zechariah 5. But go ahead and get Genesis 11, somebody.
All right, this is Genesis chapter 11, verse 1. It says, and the whole earth was of one language and of one speech. And it came to pass as they journeyed from the east.
Now this deals with language. All right, but also it deals with they were of one mind of doing wickedness and rebelling against the Lord.
Right.
All right, because what you speak is your doctrine. Your language is also body language. They say how you are. So the people at that time, it was just getting more wicked and wicked and wicked, man.
Mm-hmm.
But you did have a set of righteous men through the family line of Eber. And I forget his father's name, who remain righteous. That's what we represent. But go ahead.
All right. Verse 2, it says, and it came to pass, as they journeyed from the east, they that found a plain in the land of Shinar, and they dwelt there. And they said one to another, go, let us make brick and burn them thoroughly. Mm-hmm. And they had brick for stone and slime for the mortar.
Right. And this is the first world order, basically. Mm-hmm. It's nothing new. Salah is his father's name. Right. And now today, what do they have? Technology.
Right.
All right. And what are they building? An anti-Messiah. All right. Into where they can download souls into computer chips and transhumanism. But this is the first. This ain't nothing new. All right. This is the first time this happened right here in the scriptures, man. Mm-hmm. Or the heathen tried to have a new world order, man. Go ahead.
Verse 4 says, and they said, go to, let us build a city and a tower, whose top may reach unto heaven. And let us make us a name, lest we be scattered abroad upon the face of the whole earth. Mm-hmm. And the Lord came down to see the city and the tower.
Let them make them a name. All right? It was just basically rebellion against the natural way, the natural order, all over again. Go ahead.
God. Verse 5, and the Lord came down to see the city and the tower which the children of men builded.
Right.
And the Lord said, behold, the people is one.
Now, how did the Lord visit? He visited through the angels, man. He basically had the angels go and scope the place out. All right, and this is the conclusion that he came with. Go ahead.
God. And the Lord said, behold, the people is one, and they have all one language. Mm-hmm. And this they began to do, and now nothing will be restrained from them. Right. Which they have imagined to do.
Right, and that's the point where we're at in the planet Earth today.
Yep.
That's why when you see things like pedophilia being normalized, that's how you know we don't have much longer.
It's right at the door, man.
That's right at the door. That's basically what was happening then. The Lord only allows stuff to go so far before he sends those angels, man.
Right.
And we're going to get the same account in the story of Sodom and Gomorrah. Some more?
Yeah. There's verse 7. It says, go to, let us go down, and there confound their language, that they may not understand one another's speech.
It said, let us go down, the Alahayim, the angels, the eyes of the Lord. They went down and they disrupted the plan.
Yeah.
The same thing that's about to happen here to this shithole right here, man.
That's right.
All right? He's going to disrupt the plans of these heathen, man.
God.
Because they really believe that Esau is really on the planet Earth thinking he's going to become the Most High, man. And that he can stop the will of the Most High. Go ahead.
All right. This is verse 8. It says, "So the Lord scattered them abroad from thence upon the face of all the earth, and they left off to build the city. Therefore is the name of it called Babel,
Confusion.
because the Lord did there confound the language of all the earth. From thence did the Lord scatter them abroad upon all the face of the earth."
Right,
and then it goes into
right.
the generations.
Right, now at this time, was the Hebrew language confounded?
Nope.
Absolutely not.
Because Eber's son was Peleg, which his name means divide or division.
Division,
You
right?
know?
And Eber means the from the past. The language of the past was preserved through this family line for their obedience during this time. See? So the angels, they came to destroy and disrupt, but they also protected and preserved that line. Okay?
Yep.
And that's happened.
Sham kept the name.
Sham, name. Yep.
Man, Most High is bad, man.
Yeah, she's telling the whole
Systematically
story.
set up.
So the angels came down. All right, now let's go to Genesis 18 real quick. Started around
20.
Yeah.
So that's precepts. Yeah, it was 21. So.
Yeah.
It says Genesis 18, and I start 17. And the Lord Yahawah said, "Shall I hide from Abraham that thing which I do? Seeing that Abraham shall surely be a great and mighty nation, and all the nations of the earth shall be blessed in him."
Genesis 18?
Yeah, he started up at 17. Points in verse 20.
You want to go to the points in 21?
Oh, okay. Well,
I was
yeah,
reading too.
Go ahead.
It says, "For I know him, that he will command his children and his household after him, and they shall keep the way of the Lord Yahawah to do justice and judgment, that the Lord Yahawah may bring upon Abraham that which he hath spoken."
Right, and
him.
we represent those children because we're doing the same thing, remaining faithful. At the time where the earth is in total wickedness and rebellion against the Lord, all right, the angels come and look, and they see you being faithful. That's what Abraham represented, and that's basically what we represent, man. Okay, Noah represented that. He didn't get flooded out. Okay, why? Because of his obedience. All right.
And the angel came down and sealed the ark.
Sealed the ark. There you go.
Verse 20, "And the Lord Yahawah said, because the cry of Sodom and Gomorrah is great, and because their sin is very grievous."
Now your cry basically is what you're saying, what you're doing, man. So the cry of Sodom came up to the Lord, man. Go ahead.
It says, verse 21, "I will go down now and see whether they have done altogether according to the cry of it."
So he sent the angels again. He said he's going to go down and he's going to check out this place. He's going to scope it out, man. And what did he see? Perversion. They're trying to have sex with angels. You had bestiality. You had homosexuality, pedophilia. The same exact thing you see happening now. Why do you think Esau's in the news? It's time to take UFOs serious.
Yeah.
Everywhere you look, you see stories about or UFO sightings. Why do you think that's happening? Because this exact thing is happening on the planet Earth in our time. The angels are visiting this place, and we can get Zechariah the 5th chapter some more.
Yeah, it just says, "Which is common to me, and if not, I will know."
There you go.
So it goes into then after Abraham, that pre-venture of his one man there, destroyed. Then it goes into.
That's right.
Yeah.
I got a quick one.
Go ahead.
This is Psalm 14. I'm going to read verse 1 and 2. It says, "The fool has said in his heart, there is no God. They are corrupt. They have done abominable works. There is none that doeth good. Yahawah looked down from heaven upon the children of men to see if there were any that did understand and seek Yahawah B'Hashem Yahweh Shai."
There you go.
Look
The
down
ones
from
that's seeking the Lord now is what? The elect.
He's right.
The Scripture says, "Seek the Lord while he may be found." There's going to come a time where the Lord ain't going to be found. No more teaching on the street corners. No more YouTube. No more internet.
Man.
No, that's why it's serious to take this, to take advantage of the time that you're in and do what is all required of you.
And they might mess around and even try to grab up the actual Bibles and burn them, man.
Oh, there they are. They did that during the time of Antiochus Epiphanes.
Yeah, that's
They
Esau's
burnt
MO.
them.
Yeah.
That's his MO. They want to get rid of the Bible. That's why they trying to really get rid of the paperback or the hard copies to put everything online because it's easier for them to change it. They had what's that Twilight Zone, Obsolete Man or something like that. I believe that show is called, but they basically got rid of all the books.
Yeah.
So that was an old black and white sitcom showing back then the predictive programming what they had, what they want to do in the future.
Oh, that word in 21 Genesis, according to the cry,
Right.
Hebrews 68:18, is Tazai Quad. It means cry against, a cry of distress, especially as heard by the Most High.
So there's some people in there crying for all that shit. I remember them dudes probably going in a gang of wolves raping men. A few years back, you had niggas doing that in New York. Black and Latinos gathering together like a pack of fucking mad, rabid wolves raping other dudes. That's crazy, man. So them Hamites were doing that, but you got a lot of other niggas that surpassed them Hamites. In jail, they be going in there, going in a nigga cell or Latino, whatever, spick cell, going there 10 deep and rape them.
Right.
You know, we get on, the spirit have us get on Esau, but a lot of our people, them chairs is gonna fuck up.
Oh yeah.
They gonna destroy, man. Like in Zechariah 5:1, this is the curse that goes to and fro through the whole earth. The house that's stealing.
Right.
And in our house, Israel, you got a lot of wicked niggas, man.
And we crying for those abominations done in the midst of
Yeah.
now.
Yep.
Out.
And another thing that it means is clamor. So Sodom's clamor and rebellion was also came up to him through the cry of the righteous at that time. You know.
Yeah, it mentions what is it, 2 Peter, the 2nd chapter, or 1 Peter, but it talks about a righteous Lot. He was vexed with the filthy conversation of the wicked.
God, yeah.
You know, and that's and we come in that same lot, man.
Two angels.
That's why in Revelations 18:5 it said their sins have reached unto heaven, meaning the prayers, the cries that we supposed to send. That's our job as well, to complain constantly to the Lord, make Jerusalem a praise on earth.
That's right.
And also the angels reporting back and forth. It said their sins have reached unto heaven, meaning the Lord, their rap sheet. And that's why the Lord is going to find them guilty, guilty, guilty. And what's their judgment? Nuclear destruction.
Man.
Go ahead.
It says, Genesis 19:1, and there came two angels to Sodom at Eden, and Lot sat at the gate of Sodom, and Lot seeing them rose up to meet them, and he bowed himself with his face towards the ground, and he said, behold, now my Lord, turn in, I pray you, into your servant's house, and tarry all night, and wash your feet, and all shall rise up early and go on your way. And he said, nay, but we will abide in the street all night. And he pressed upon them greatly, and they turned in unto him, and entered into his house, and made them a feast, and did bake unleavened bread, and did eat. And it goes down.
Just to make a point, so the angels was pretty much like Lot pretty much telling him, like, look, come in my house, you know, I'm gonna cook for you, wash your feet. And the angels like, nah, man, we gonna stay in the streets. You know what I'm saying? We gonna scope everything out.
Yeah.
And Lot was like, nah. He said he pressed upon him greatly. He's like, nah,
don't do that.
You need to come in my house.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's what this coming to
Like,
here in
I'm
America.
from here, bro.
It's crazy
Like,
out
I know
here,
what
man.
it is out here, man.
Man, people will be trying to snatch your child up and be and like holler at your child. Like that's what the earth is coming to. A man will be able, ooh, your son's
Did they pass
sexy.
that law? Yeah, they gonna
Yeah.
do that.
Yeah, it's coming.
Brother, the
It's
whole
getting to
thing-
that point.
The whole thing with the homosexual thing, that really the key point is the children. Through the spirit, we always bring out the top level of their power of their sexual magic is a little child's anus. That's why you got the black sun in the Catholic Church, and when you turn it upside down, you got IHS in the black sun. When you turn it upside down, it says shit. That's their power, the shit god.
Man.
That's the power of the so-called white man and all the other nations. That's why Saturn, Satan, another name for Saturn or Satan was destroyer of children.
Okay.
That's why the Catholic priests, the rabbis, and all them like to touch up and fill up on them children. That's the power. That's how you gain the power in this world when you sell out to Satan.
Right. It's basically the